To start off our class, we've only been discussing expressions, numeric, algebraic, and verbal. Today we're going to shift gears and we're going to start talking about equations. We're going to identify equations as being opened or closed, or true or false, and we're going to identify solutions by testing out possible numbers or values. We won't do any solving in this section to start off with. Well, an equation is a mathematical statement that says that two sides are equivalent, and it uses an equal to symbol to separate the two expressions. Again, an equation represents a relationship between two quantities that should have the same value. An equation can be considered an open sentence if it has one or more variables. And equations can be true or false. Looking at a couple of equations, we want to make a decision as to classify them as either open, and then when we look at the closed ones, we want to look to see if they're true or false. 24 plus 18 equals 20 plus 22. Is that a true statement? Well, on the left, if I add those two numbers, I get 42, and on the right, I add and I get these numbers added and I get 42. So this is going to be a true closed sentence or equation. In the next one, if I simplify the left, I get 56. 56 does not equal 54. This is a false equation. In my next one, again, I need to simplify. This is going to give me on the left 20 minus 2, which is 18, and on the other side 26. This is a false statement as well. Last one on this page, I noticed that it contains a variable. This is an open sentence or open equation. Okay. I want you to now create two of your own equations. They could be true, they could be false, or they could be open. And we're going to share some of yours in class today. On to the next part of this lesson. The solution of an equation containing a variable is a value of that variable that makes the equation true. It makes a true statement. So instead of solving to start off with, we're going to do a check. And this is exactly the kind of check that you do when you do your solving, and I say, make sure that your answer is correct, do the check. So we go about that by testing the solution by replacing the variable with the given value. And this I will get 3 times 6 plus 2, and I want to see if that works out to be 23. Well, I have 18 plus 2, and I'm still wondering if that equals 23. Well, 20 does not equal 23, so I would make the statement that 6 is not a solution. Again, I'm not asking to solve, I'm just asking to test out a possible value. So this is not a solution. Let's take a look at a second problem and a third. So go ahead and try these. Take the variable out and replace it with the given value. I will get -8 minus 3 equals -11. Add the opposite, and I get -11 equals -11. I draw a conclusion. 4 is a solution to this equation. And let's try one more. Take the x and replace it with the given value. This time the given value is -3. You're going to simplify using your order of operations. I get -13, which does not equal -17. So I would say that -3 is not a solution. And that's all that they're asking you to do to start off with our investigation of equations. Can you recognize when an equation is opened or closed? Do you recognize a true from a false equation? And can you test out possible solutions? And that's how I'm looking at the start of this section, where we're looking at not simplifying, but testing out solutions. Here's two more for you to do. And once again, we'll go over these in our session today. And once again, I will see you in class.